MakingStarWars.net.
We're from MakingStarWars.net, and in solidarity with the WGA, I won't be hosting the show today. I'm just going to refuse.
Oh, good.
I won't do it.
My turn.
Hold
Let's
on.
talk Mission Impossible.
I'm writing this down. Can I do that?
Who wants some thetans? Hold on. I got a whole bag here. Let me get my bag of thetans.
I'm writing this down. This is good
Hold on,
story stuff.
I gotta eat my thetans. Hold on.
He's eating his thetans. Hello, Max. Max is here. Hi, Max. Everybody, Bestman Bulletin's here. That's not the real George Costanza. That's not true. That's a lie.
I have no idea what's going on. I couldn't get anything for like 40 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we were just talking about like how cool you are, and like how much we appreciate you. And Rob
got a
was
better
like,
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, Rob was saying we should kill you, and I was like, "Nah, dude, we can't do that."
Out of our British friends, Jason, who has the best accent? Right? Is it Bespin, Meg, or Azatru?
I'm gonna give it to Meg. I'm gonna give it to Meg.
Meg's the most well spoken.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Meg, but honorable mention to Azatru, and then way down at the bottom is Bespin. Way down at the end. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, this is what I expect.
You guys all sound
the bottom of everybody's list, no matter what.
You guys all sound fancy to us. We're like, they sound fancy. That's not like they know what they're talking about, man.
Bespin, do you realize how dumb Americans sound? I mean, I think you do, but I don't think you do. Let me explain something.
He hangs out with me all day. He knows.
You don't get Gilbert Gottfried in any other society. All right.
Do you have a Gilbert Gottfried? Do you have one? Is there a Channel 4's Gilbert Gottfried that we don't know about?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
See? Only in America.
So we're gonna go to the article, but before we go to the article at BestmanBulletin.com, Royal Fino says the first look wasn't dumb. It was a promotional clip, basically. If they gave us a countdown and provided that, I'd be mad. Ha ha! That's what he said. That's how he said it. So he said it. Okay, I added a little bit of extra anger onto it, but yeah. Well, let's open that up. Let's see. There we go. Star Wars Ahsoka. This is BestmanBulletin.com. Star Wars Ahsoka Journey to Ahsoka featurette released following a delay. Following a delay. Here we go. You could support him on Coffee and become a Patreon supporter. And we're all on Threads. All of us are on Threads. And if you're a team Threads or a team Twitter person, you're an idiot and you're being conned because neither of those people care about you at all. Neither are your friend.
Have they learned nothing from the console wars, Jason?
I've learned that I have like 40,000 followers on Facebook, and all of a sudden I could only get 6 people to click over if I don't pay Facebook. So I know where this is going, but at the same time, Elon ruined it, he fucked it up, and
sometimes you got to teach Sega a lesson for putting out too many peripherals, right, Jason?
Nintendo, that's what I say. Not Nintendo.
Not that we don't like Sega, it's that they put out too many peripherals.
People don't know what we're talking about anymore, but I know I follow you totally. All right.
Azatru doesn't. He doesn't deserve his channel. He needs to go back to school. To uni, right, Bespin?
Is it uni?
University, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We just call that school. All right. Fans were eagerly anticipating a special look at the upcoming live-action Star Wars series, Ahsoka, close to 10 days ago, and were left disappointed when no footage was released, with no comments from Lucasfilm or Disney.
Oh my God. Ahsoka! Oh my God! Man. So we got it,
Dave. I didn't want to.
Jason.
I didn't say Filoni 3 times already. Like I feel like I have to say it 3 times.
You just said it, Jason. I tricked you. I'm Beetlejuice, Filoni. A choker, dude.
Man. All right. After a delay, the footage has finally been officially released. See, he says that because he's had the footage the whole time and he wouldn't share it. Why you like that, dude? Why you like that, Bestman Bulletin?
Are you Kevin Smith in us, where he gets to see all the shit, don't share it, like the Schumacher cut? And,
no. What I get, I share. Right. We share the love for you.
I like Kevin, but he don't share. Oh, sure.
Okay. On the weekend of July 1st, fans were expecting new footage from the highly anticipated Star Wars Disney Plus series Ahsoka Tano, as Disney had announced that a special look at the series would be released that weekend at Essence Fest. However, the event came and went, and fans left disappointed and confused. Man, that sounds like that's dates. It came and went, left disappointed and confused.
When haven't
Just-
Star
it's
Wars
just my
fans been
life.
disappointed
Yeah.
and confused? No, I'm just curious. When haven't they been like?
With came and went. All right. And that special look had not been released despite official confirmation that it would. In the days that followed, many social media users speculated that perhaps the footage release was delayed due to the issues that plagued Twitter that day and the week that followed. Without warning, a vast number of Twitter users encountered a rate limit exceeded message when scrolling on the app, with Twitter owner Elon the Husk Musk later adding that the social media juggernaut bitch had implemented temporary limits to users on the platform, which saw the average non-verified user limit to viewing just 600 tweets a day and paid Twitter Blue subscribers able to view 6,000 tweets a day. What a bonus.
Unless they were about Ocean Gate, then they were uncapped.
There's fucking nothing cooler than paying for a service that doesn't have a cap and then adding a cap to the paid service after people have already paid for it, douchebag.
You're giving Nintendo's ideas, Jacen.
Nintendo, bro.
What are you
He's going to learn that. Since then, both Blue subscribers and non-subscribers have had their view rates raised, but it's unclear if the limits have been lifted or when they will be. I keep hearing they're fucking lifted, but I was already kind of checked out on Twitter because it's a cesspool of diarrhea anyway. So I try not to spend too much time on there.
I see them, and I like check Reddit, and there's still people on there saying that they hit it. So
yeah,
or they don't know if it's just bugs or whatnot. But I haven't used it enough myself to.
How about this, guys? For the past 3 months, I haven't been able to get it to post GIFs on my phone. I can do the GIFs on my computer, but on my phone, it won't post a GIF on Twitter specifically.
I think Elon prefers GIF, and so he blocked you.
Oh, he would, because he's a fucking asshole. It's not a Jost. It's not a Jost protocol.
I think the guy who created it said it's GIF, and I'm like,
Jost
well,
Busters,
like the peanut butter, you know. But anyways, our girls. Anyways, following the online speculation, both myself and MakingStarWars.com had heard from separate sources that the release of the footage was delayed due to the unforeseen issues that plagued Twitter on the day the special look was due to be released. Both outlets understood that the indefinite delay was due to the Twitter issues, and neither were informed as to when the footage would be released. Today, however, and without notice, Disney and Lucasfilm have released what I believe to be the footage planned to be released 2 weekends ago, which you can watch below, and you can support them on Patreon.
Before anybody moans, because like people are really stupid. Indefinite delay, like people don't understand that word indefinite. They think like, oh, it means it's never coming out.
Yeah,
definitely, just that you don't know when that date is. So
yeah, it's like to be decided, pretty much.
Yeah,
is what almost
the date. That's what that means. People have like messaged me today, and I'm just like, just stupid.
Yeah, you would not say indefinitely delayed if there's still a delay. You would just say it's canceled. That would just be canceled.
If there's a delay, and it was like, okay, we're delaying it from July 1st to July 7th. That's not indefinite. They've given you a date.
Right.
Like,
guys, all I hear is Reservoir Dogs and Buscemi is like, I definitely don't know, but I definitely do know who I am. But I know you're definitely not the fucking. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. I'm American.
There's like a major campaign that's going on online to try to get me to Star Wars to play Ahsoka, which would be amazing.
So you know what? Star Wars follows you on Twitter.
There's a hype, and you aren't a part of it. Get on the hype train.
Internet, help me.
Now might be a good time to welcome Ahsoka herself, I think.
It's not Ahsoka, it's Ahsoka. Come on. Speak American.
Oh my God! It's
Oh my God! It's amazing!
Ahsoka is a character that Dave Filoni created and worked with George Lucas on in the Clone Wars.
we're telling the story of this character who's been trained by the greatest Jedi of all time in Anakin Skywalker.
Ahsoka has been a really beloved character for many, many years. There's a lot of Ahsoka love today.
That's good.
I just noticed
With
that.
Ahsoka, it's time that she came into her own in a way we've never seen it before.
It's smart. They don't want to see a fucking white man in a fucking
Rosario is
cowboy
so
hat
compelling.
telling him about stuff.
She is on fire.
I'm
She
gonna
knows
wear
her
orange
stuff.
hat.
She's in it.
Yeah, I like
To see the scope of this story, I can't wait for people to watch it.
We have to maintain that
You get
sense
white
of fun,
hair,
adventure, and imagination.
You get that's from the cartoon.
It's quite extraordinary,
And look, that's from the
actually, bring this to
cartoon,
life.
And that's from the cartoon. Oh, I'm from the cartoon. I'm a real. Ooh,
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
he's from the cartoon too. Look what I did.
What you did.
Hold on. Oh no, it was gonna say Super Ahsoka because we got a little Nerf tie-in. We was gonna do Super Ahsokas.
Oh, but
You know
by
what
the
I'm
way,
saying?
this
But they
I
messed
was
it
watching
up.
this video of Johnny Marr doing How Soon It Is Now. It's better than the Smiths version. He's taking his song back. I don't know. I'm happy for him.
Good for you.
All right, anyways,
No one cares.
Best friend of Billiton goes, "Hey, fuck you, Dave. The special look itself is
Okay.
exactly what I've been preparing fans for." What you've been preparing fans? You're like everybody,
Definitely.
brace.
Yeah.
You're everybody. We need to have a talk. Things will be
Definitely
changing around
preparing
here.
them. Yeah.
In various reports, I told reporters not to expect an official trailer following April's teaser, and that would come later in the month, maybe even later. It's going to come back at the 1 month mark, more or
It
less,
could
right?
come out
I
on
mean,
1st of August or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they
I
might
mean,
delay this. They might have delayed other plans.
yeah, I don't even know what day that is. Like, it might be a Sunday for all I know, but it's going to be in that little fucking window.
I don't know if this is something to keep an eye on, but like the WNBA All-Star game is on ABC on Saturday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's something. I don't know.
That would be a good place to put it. You know, when you think about it. Yeah. Anyways, the journey to Ahsoka release. Wait, did I skip something? That they should expect behind the scenes featurette of some kind that would likely feature comments from series creator Dave Filoni and series lead Rosario Dawson. The journey to Ahsoka release follows Rosario Dawson's journey from online campaigning to the live action version of the fan favorite character of Ahsoka Tano to the dream becoming a reality. The release doesn't feature new footage, disappointingly, but does include comments from Dawson, Filoni, executive producer Jon Favreau. Yeah, who the fuck was this for? As I'm watching this, I'm like, if you were intending at one point before the Twitter shit, if you were intending that, then you would not try to sell cosplay. Like, why would you try to sell cosplay to a new audience? That turns them off. That says this is I'm in over my head with this shit. It doesn't make sense. That's really moronic.
I don't think they're trying to sell it to like cosplayers. I just think they're trying to sell it to the same people who already are involved.
No, if you're trying to sell it to like a black family who's never watched Star Wars, who's watching that show originally intended for, and then you're like, look at these nerds dressed up in fucking Florida right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a good promotional like video.
That right there is not like that's the kind of shit that makes like people go, I'm such a nerd, but they're not. They don't want anything to do with that stuff. Like that's like you're in the cult at that point. You got to sell
they didn't
people
let
on
the
the
people
fun.
that they're trying to reach make the advertisement.
No.
There you go. That might be
But
part of it.
Yeah, but that's a problem with Lucasfilm in general. Me and Jason, last night we were talking about the initial Indiana Jones trailers and whatever. But this like footage, this special look, whatever it is, it's so surface level and generic. There's nothing new or exciting. Even the comments from Dave, John, and Rosario just basic, and the behind the scenes shots are nothing interesting, nothing significant. And then the footage you put in, once again, is just the same footage we've already seen since April. The trailer they released in April, and then the 30-second spot was it in May when they announced the release date, was just all the same stuff. Like, I'm confused as to why they've not even spliced in a little bit of new footage, like even just from the alternate trailer they showed at Celebration, which is just sitting there
because it wasn't for us. It was for a different audience. And then but what gets me is how misguided that footage for the different audience was. So the fact that they didn't show it, I'm like, yeah, you might as well not have. Elon probably just helped.
But they delayed
they should have got whoever cut the Spider-Verse trailers together to make this thing, man.
But they delayed the thing because of the Twitter issues or whatever. But
yeah.
So if you want the buzz, the free promotion that like Twitter will give you, because all the Star Wars fans are up in arms and excited about new footage being released, include new footage, include something in that's worthwhile to continue the buzz for you. Like,
why tell us about that?
Like, if me and you post an article, right, and we've got a brand new picture of Ahsoka on it that hasn't been seen before, that's going to do better for us as, than something we've used 5 times already.
100%. Yeah.
Like, and people have seen 1,000 times. It's like the Jude Law picture we keep using every time for Skeleton Crews because it's the only one that exists.
Give us a new picture.
This was just, I think this is a bad
give us
piece
some
of
Jude Ludes.
Where this would have played really well is that like a whole H thing, with it. They've got nothing new to show you. They're just there to talk about it, and everybody in that room is already a Star Wars fan. It's something simple like that. It's not. Okay. I don't know. Like you said, where it was initially going to play, I don't think it was good for that, and I don't think currently it moves the needle in any way.
Yeah, I don't know who this was good for at all.
I got a question for both of you. How many people in the Essence Festival are going to know who Dave Filoni is?
Right.
Show of hands.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the thing that's going to get them excited.
Wait, Dave Filoni. I mean, Essence magazine cover boy 5 times in a row. What are you talking about? 5 months in a row. Variant covers.
You mean Essex magazine? It's in Essex. Yeah. It's a very small market, but he's big there.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Essex, you're probably going to get a girl that is orange on the cover. So
that's
maybe Rosario would.
That's why I said Essex. What are you talking about? You think that was a joke?
Donald Trump in drag. The release doesn't feature new footage, disappointingly. So we were talking about that. In between the shots of Star Wars Celebration 2023, behind the scenes action, between the scenes, fan reactions and various Ahsoka cosplayers, comments from Dawson, Filoni, and Favreau can be heard throughout. Filoni teases that will follow the journey of a character trained by the greatest Jedi of all time, Anakin Skywalker. See, like that right there is the thing that you wanted to convey right there. If you don't know who Ahsoka is, you're somebody who's not that into Star Wars. And then, but you also need to be like, Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader as well. See, a lot of the stuff gets taken for granted because we're so in the culture. A lot of people do know that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader, but they might not. And so I
try to tell you, people are kind of, I'm not saying they're dumb, but they're dumb.
We're not saying that they're dumb. We're saying that they probably ate fucking paint chips and are dumb.
And no offense, the movies were kind of like, people tried to forget them, Jason, those prequels. I know people defend them, but they're like, I don't really want to remember.
And people literally thought Baby Yoda was Baby Yoda, even though they were watching the film.
To be fair, they're calling him Yoda. They are calling him Yoda. I mean, to be fair on that front.
It's the only name that stuck.
Yeah, that's why they shouldn't have made it a thing that he was going to get named like in the 3rd season
Din
fully.
Grogu.
It
went Grogu, Din Ahsoka Grogu, Catan. He's just going to keep he's going to keep hyphenating his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
every season.
Rosario Dawson teases the grand scope of the series with Jon Favreau, adding that the series still has to maintain a sense of fun, imagination, and adventure, with Filoni signing off that it's been an extraordinary experience bringing the story to life. Just what everybody else cares about.
Again, it's just generic quotes. Like we had this last week with the Skeleton Crew guys. Like, oh, it's fun and it's intense and like
dream
ambitious. It's just like, cool.
Been a dream.
Like
it's all just fluff. This article, like part of this article is fluff. I have to do it for a word count, but like. I'm not jazzed by this trailer, and I can't I can't really put my opinion fully across in an article, but it's so disappointing.
I find it ridiculous, Bespin, because I bought the thing, like last week, and I'm not even in it.
Nope, George, you didn't buy it.
Yeah,
you didn't buy it.
How do you do that? I bought it.
You did get a mention though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You bought American Graffiti on Voodoo, and you bought a Lucasfilm. Not the company.
You told me I didn't buy Lucasfilm. I bought.
Yeah,
you bought the rights back for Tucker Has a Dream.
Tucker in his dream. One time cover of Lucasfilm Fan Club magazine. Right. Almost chasing Filoni on those 5 times on Essex. Yeah. So, anyways, the marketing for Disney Star Wars content continues to just not be good. I mean, down to
Disney marketing.
We played a little. We played. I mean, and it's mostly how it works. Like Lucasfilm isn't really doing that much on their own, as far as I understand.
They didn't sell that Little Mermaid movie either. Just so people know.
They didn't sell Secret Invasion either. Like it has the second lowest views of any Marvel series.
We were playing a game yesterday. I asked Bespin, I was like, okay, so Doc Brown shows up and he's like, I owe Kathleen Kennedy. I owe her big time. So you guys could go back and change one thing about Indiana Jones to make it work better. Not to solve it, just to make it do better. And so like you could use the time machine to like do it. And like what would it be? And like my thing was, I don't think there's any fixing it, but I think I definitely would have said, don't go to cons. Would have called in the bomb threat or something, stopped it. And then it doesn't go to cons. And then I think it gives it another maybe like 40 million, maybe.
it's like making an AI generated intro for a show during a strike about AI fucking, you know what I mean? Like how fucking tone deaf can you get? Like
that's pretty good though.
And then be like, hey, what? We meant to do it. Yeah, we know, asshole. Like we know.
No, I actually wonder on I mean, I know it thematically connects with the episodes.
We killed a bunch of kids because it's thematically accurate to Revenge of the Sith.
What if that was like I wondered if that was like self-sabotaging, if they knew what they were doing, if they were trying to help, if it was like, because that's so tone deaf for the moment.
It'd be like, hey, we're making an Order 66 series, so we're supporting the NRA this year. We're just gonna back them for a year because we're just gonna be on theme. Like genius.
Our adult sons all agree, but anyways, so yeah, the fucking Ahsoka thing. I don't know who that was for. I'm hoping that they start rolling out a new promotion in a better way, in a different way. Because this way just is it's uninspired. It's not very creative. They don't know what they're doing. They're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that the noodles stick at the end of the day.
Yeah. Back in my day, we gave people umbrellas and took photos, and it was better. No. Those were less dark times. Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Yeah. We should go back to blue screen. Green screen's stupid.
Didn't Coppola just do that, Bespin? Didn't he just say fuck it, I'm going back to green screen?
Yeah, he said the volume's too expensive, which is like kind of the opposite of what we've been led to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's a fucking train wreck.
It's expensive, but only because they don't pay compositors appropriately.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm definitely getting the vibe that there's people who know how to shoot on the volume and there's people who don't.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you just want to have open, do whatever you want, shoot it how you want to shoot it, it's not going to work that way in the volume. You're going to have to get a good. You're going to have to get a good shot in the volume itself, for not the shot you want. So that's how it seems.
Is making that Strange New Worlds seems to know how to use the LED wall pretty well.
Sam has a good comment. He said that Ahsoka featurette was a trailer for the Ahsoka gallery. It's probably the most accurate.
Yeah.
Coming December 31st.
Here it is. Yeah, that's really on. That about sums it up. The first look was actually a trailer for the Ahsoka Disney Gallery. Yeah, and before we move on to the next article and all that stuff, I think it was literally designed to play before movies. I think that's what you're going to see while Maria Menounos tells you about the rewards program. That's what I think that actually is.
Show it at Essence Fest.
Mm-hmm. And then I think they were just gonna like premiere it there and then move it over to the theaters after that. That's what I think is really going on. But yeah, you said it though, Sam. All right. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
$10 super chat, Jacen.
Holy shit! I'm getting
Sizzler,
the large Coke tonight. Thank you, Shogun Orda. Shogun Orda sent us $10 super chat and says, "Not trying to be that guy, but could Secret Invasion have been so far into post-production they couldn't change the opening?
Nope.
But I know pretty damn coincidental."
No, they could have. They've been sitting on the show for almost a year, and the Mid-Journey stuff happened last summer. So they took advantage, and they're using the version of Mid-Journey from last summer. I can look right at it and tell you what gen that was, you know?
Yeah.
So they knew what they were doing. They just thought they were being clever, like the little wise ass in class who thinks he can get around the rules. And it's like, you got it. I don't think he was lying when he said he was going. Yeah, I know you were going for it. We know that. We're just telling you you're a fucking asshole. That's the difference.
Yeah. I could see where Shogun is coming from on this one because it gave me a $10 super chat. And no, I'm kidding. But because sometimes when things are done in advance, everybody just fucking moves on and everybody lays down responsibility for it. And nobody's there going, oh, the world has changed and this is not going to fly. This is a bad idea. I mean, I could see just straight up incompetence having been in play because people move on after some things in the can. Once post-production's done, everybody just leaves it and moves on to the next project. And it's just there stupidly sitting, waiting to be revealed at the worst time possible for that opening. I could see that. So it wouldn't surprise me. But they could have changed it.
Studios are open to like reading the room and changing things. Like they redid parts of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier because there was supposed to be some sort of virus outbreak that happened. And they changed it really late in the process so it didn't, feel too on the nose of COVID. So
it's why his suit's all puffy on him because they didn't have time to do the post tuck and trim that they do. They do that in composite. They snug the suits on him.
Really?
A bit more. Yeah.
There's also a comment,
like puffy.
There's also a comment from somebody saying like, could they debut a trailer at Comic-Con? They're not going to Comic-Con. Like things pertaining to Star Wars are, but Ahsoka isn't going, and Lucasfilm in general isn't going.
Yeah, when
Only
it comes,
comics are going to Comic-Con this year.
Finally, we got one little thing we could just hit on it really quickly since it came up. This came up right here. This is Asatru sent me this just before the show. Thank you, Asatru, by the way. And it's Comic-Con Saturday, July 22nd at 5:15 p.m. There's going to be an Ubisoft and Lucasfilm game, Star Wars Outlaws. Follows the high-stakes life of rookie scoundrel K-Vess and her companion Nix in the first ever open-world Star Wars game. Julian Geraitley, creative director of Ubisoft. I don't know if I said that right. Matt Martin's senior creative executive, franchise story content at Lucasfilm. David Cavari, narrative director of Ubisoft and voice talent. Humberly Gonzalez or Umberly. I'm not sure if it's Humberly or Umberly. We never figured that out. But I'm going to go with Umberly Gonzalez. K-Vess, D. Bradley Baker, Nix, Jabba the Hutt. I like how they would use Jabba the Hutt in this. And K. Rincon, ND5. Share more about the galaxy of opportunity that awaits you in Star Wars Outlaws, marketed by Chastity Vincia, Ubisoft News. So, yeah.
I doubt they'll give us a new trailer there. I doubt it.
I mean,
it's too early after the last one.
Yeah, I found it weird that they have been sort of promoting it like we talked about how like Twitter ads right now are pretty much dirt cheap considering the state of the platform.
What my friend had advertised was ridiculous. So
but they are advertising it at all.
It's still too expensive for Bespin though.
That it even has
his coffee.
Yeah, but I mean that it even has a budget at this point for any kind of ads at all is sort of weird to me, but also like cool, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, but I haven't seen the ads since like last month. Like,
I see them
like 2 weeks, but like
I still see them on Twitter. I still saw one on Twitter like this week. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter that much. But
also, not for nothing, if you're going to Comic-Con and you go to Todd McFarlane's panel, you might find out what I've been working on for the past year. How about that?
What?
Huh?
What?
They invited me, but I was like, I'm not going to that convention. Like,
no.
I wear a mask on the show. I could not.
Yeah.
I want to continue to work on what I'm working. I'm not brave.
Man.
I'm a coward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I don't feel like paying money to go back to my hometown.
I understand that. Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, we're anywhere else, like traveling wise, maybe, but come on. Yeah.
Well, tell Todd I said sup, dog. Remember me?
I can tell him right now if I want.
No, tell him I said sup, dog.
But I could. But I won't. I could, but I won't.
He's like, why am I working with this guy? He sends me that some rando guy says, "Sup, dog." What's this guy's fucking problem? Man, you're gonna have to watch that Comic-Con panel they talked about if you want to know.
No, I
think
have
an
an
indie
indie
game's
game
gonna be
coming
there?
out. There's an indie game coming out called Berserk Boy, which you can wishlist on Steam. We got a new wishlist page, so if you go to Berserk Boy on Twitter or Threads or Instagram, you'll find it there. This is an actual comic book series. I'm drawing a miniseries, not a game.
Hey, you're under NDA, buddy. Watch it.
I could say I'm working on a comic book series.
You said you gave away details. You gave away way too much. Me and Bestman are already writing articles in our heads right now. I'm
gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd love to get sued for Todd for this. I'd frame all of it, and then eventually all that shit I'd sell on Heritage or what's that WhatsApp or whatever. It's go right on WhatsApp. I'll sign it.
All right. So, anyways, yeah, the Comic-Con thing is, remember, it's not Hall H. That's the important thing. If it's Hall H, they're gonna really show something important. And if it's just some rando thing, it's not going to be Ahsoka. It just won't. They wouldn't do it.
Like they need to remember, like a lot of the big studios aren't going this year. Lucasfilm aren't going. Warner Brothers, Marvel, like they're not going. It's not going to have the splash in that form of media that maybe some people aren't aware of. You know. It's going to be more about comics this time, like which is, fitting.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fitting.
So, their Lucasfilm has like a, I don't know what you call it. They probably call it something douchey, like the Lucasfilm Pavilion. I can't remember what they call it, something like that. But they have their little like space, right? And if it's at Comic-Con, it's a use it or lose it kind of scenario though. You can't just like keep the space and not use it. So there will be like something on the floor. And so there's a chance that there could be some new Ahsoka costumes shown in there. A costume of a character we haven't seen before. Two tubes, I believe, was first revealed there from Rogue One, for instance, on the floor. But considering what year it is, I mean, it might just be Indiana Jones like costumes, and I don't think they would pull the Willow thing, considering they pulled it off Disney Plus. But it might just be the shit that was on the floor from D23 this year. If they don't care, that's what it'll be.
They might just put what was there from Celebration there.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's not here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless it's not here. But yeah, they've had time to ship it over if they wanted to. So so who knows? I would not expect too much, but I think the best thing that the best surprise to expect would be a new costume of something that you haven't seen before. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did do something. They would put the Ahsoka costume, they would put the Thrawn costume, probably, and then they may throw in like remember that character I talked about, Enoch, that has like a really sweet costume that we haven't seen yet. Something like that could be a candidate for a big reveal there. Like, remember, it was two tubes for Rogue One
outfit.
Yeah, his little thing. Yeah, should we do that one now?
I don't know what's next. Whatever's next.
Hey, we'll just do that one now since you mentioned it. Yeah. So there's this came out. Rob's gonna do his little Nothing Matters dance on it.
Mm-hmm.
Here in this one. Star Wars Ahsoka will feature a significant redesign of Jacen Syndulla, but we on the show we talked about how awful this was going to look and how this was never going to like I was like, we're gonna have to like give the kid black hair and give it like green tints if they even want to make this like work and in any way,
I said he looked like Milo from that Xbox One tech demo. Remember that one?
I think in the show he looks like the chubby little kid at the start of Jurassic Park. When they're on the dig, he looks like fucking him if he went to a Green Day show and dyed his hair green with Kool-Aid.
Okay.
All right. So today, this is from bestmanbulletin.com. A new Lego set from the upcoming Star Wars live action series Ahsoka has appeared online and has prematurely revealed a redesign of the child of Kanan Jarrus and Harrison Dula. And you can support him on Patreon and Coffee. Back in April, it was reported that Jacen Syndulla would feature an upcoming Lego set for the Ahsoka series. The set itself features a well-loved and familiar ship from the Star Wars Rebels from the Star Wars Rebels, the Ghost, as well as the Phantom. At the same time, the only details available pertaining to the Ghost set is that it would feature both Jacen and Jacen Syndulla, along with the droid Chopper from Rebels, and along with 2 mysterious characters. The Australian Lego Megastore offered a first look at the Lego set and has provided new details on the set, sharing a series of images of the upcoming release, revealing it'll feature a new character, First Officer Hawkins, Lieutenant Beta. What a cuck, am I right? Beta, cuck. All right. The former being a human.
His first name is Alpha.
I think I just got us banned on Twitch, probably. The former being a human male and the latter a Mon Calamari. Beta and Hawkins were seen in a background shot of the Ahsoka trailer from April, with the two characters stood behind Mary Elizabeth Winston's Hera Syndulla, while Syndulla speaks with the holographic Mon Mothma. However, the thing of the most interest to me in that upcoming Ahsoka will feature a redesign of Jacen Syndulla, as you can see in a few images from the Lego set below. So you embedded the tweets because you're smart. Right. Today we got our first look at the brand new Ghost Phantom 2 from the Ahsoka set. This is from Ash and Flash.
Santa's just getting so excited right now.
So let me see.
Show the pics. Show the pics.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if this. It doesn't work.
I
did
see on Threads you could just swipe right, and we could look at him.
Right.
Look at that.
But you can see right here, he's just a little boy with brown hair, and it like his skin.
Just wait till one day Omega appears in these shows, and she don't look nothing like the cartoon. Just watch.
that one will, because now that one making it a little blonde girl doing. You think Disney's gonna run away from a little blonde girl? That's the one thing they're not gonna run away from.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Jacen featured in the Rebels finale and supported green hair along with green eyebrows. The Ghost set features Jacen donning brown hair and brown eyebrows, a far cry from the look of the character had in Rebels. Though we're operating simply off the design of the Lego minifigure, it seems Jacen will look more familiar to the average human look in the Star Wars universe, at least in regards to the minifig. It does not appear as if Jacen will feature much of an appearance reminiscent of his mother's Hera species, Twi'lek. So, yeah, somebody suggested that they're going to go with the idea that the hair was dyed green by Sabine or something, and that's what we're seeing there. And then really he's not like that.
Is that what you want to promote? Is dyeing the hair of a child?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I find dumb about it is the Clone Wars has already set up on the Cut LaQuaine first episode. What does a hybrid child look like who's half Twi'lek, half human?
Rufio had red and black hair. All right.
Rufio's fucking badass, dude. I think he should have killed.
Who's gonna
Robin
fuck
Williams.
with Rufio? Who's gonna fuck with Rufio?
I think he should have been the Pan. I think he should have been the Pan.
Honestly, he should have been in Karate Kid 4.
You know what? That makes me pansexual because I think he should be the Pan.
All right. That's Beta and Hawkins.
I'm a Beta. Don't call me a cuck. I'll get so mad at you. I'll get so mad.
Popeye's chicken. I don't support Chick-fil-A.
I vote with my dollars. I'm a good American capitalist. I vote with my dollars.
I'm supposed to talk like that, but I'm gonna talk like, "How you doing? My name is Alpha."
Oh no!
You know I'm done gonna talk like this.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, don't underestimate the shitty voice acting coming from Disney Plus. Like
the guy on the right is like, I wanted my whole life to not be General Maydean, and now I'm General Maydean.
I'm being mean, but remember when Key and Peele did the sports names when the football players were all announcing their names?
Yeah.
Demarius Snizzle-Snackle.
Yeah. Demarius Maydean.
Yeah, Demarius Maydean. Yeah. Frontline quarterback, Rebel Season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a brilliant skit. Goes on for 5 minutes too long.
Too long, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, as to why Lucasfilm opted to significantly change the design of Jacen Syndulla, we do not know at this time. Probably because they don't want to fucking kid and paint makeup all day. However, the most likely scenario is that they believe the redesign would come across better in live action as opposed to the character sporting bright green hair and eyebrows. Personally, I think there would likely have been a way to make it work. We recently saw Netflix successfully do that with the upcoming live action adaptation of the beloved anime series One Piece, which features a character named Rorona Zoro, who also sports green hair.
Yeah,
right. I don't think that's gonna be a good show, but
yeah,
with his design, how they translated it does work. I think, like and I think it presents him with this kid. I don't know if they just thought he didn't come across well. Or
hey,
like
look, some of the production design on Cowboy Bebop looked pretty cool, but then they start speaking.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying One Piece is going to be great. Like I really don't expect it. It's like, probably
I don't
my
think
favorite anime, but
the issue with it is like, number one, that wasn't going to work, so you shouldn't have even have done it. You were already very conscious. Dave Filoni already said he was conscious of live action translation, so that is clearly a fucking error on Filoni's part. He is fallible. We got you, Filoni. We got you. But the other thing is, what's stupid about it ultimately, though, if that Lego figure is indicative of the design in totality, is that like a fucking dude, Freddie Prinze Jr., fucked a space alien and then it just came out a regular boy. Like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're so I'm hoping that there's maybe more to the design. Like I said, I'm hoping that like the hair is fucking tinted green or just something that makes it. He has something about him that says I'm this green chick is my mom, because that doesn't right now.
What if it stands up straight like a troll when he gets excited?
Green painted fingernails.
Yeah. I mean, they like to invoke old timey movies, like in those old timey Laurel and Hardy movies, right? Sticks his finger in a light socket, his hair goes straight up, like that.
I guess. I'm trying to get the pictures open to see if I could actually.
Kind of looks like he's wearing a Hillary Clinton one-piece suit, or those business suits that she used to wear.
Oh, that's actually a Forces female one. Pantsuit. Yeah.
People are gonna think I'm being misogynist. Just saying. It's
you are.
Suit.
And I'm fucking disgusted with you right now. Because Hillary Clinton,
men and women can equally
cool.
wear dumb clothes. Have you ever seen Star Trek: The Motion Picture?
All politicians dress cool.
Look at that Moncal's head.
Yeah,
I like how he's like he's longer in the toy than he is in the.
Yeah, I can't.
There.
So, yeah, right there, you can see him. He's just like a little, Star Wars kid. He's got.
How? Hold on. We've talked about this before, I'm sure, but like the Rebels epilogue thing takes place like multiple years after Rebels ended, right?
It's like about 5 years. Yeah, it basically they used to say 5 years, which you could just translate to quote Mando time. Yeah.
The scene from Rebels, like the epilogue where Ahsoka is stood with Sabine, she's looking at the mural and then leave to go on the Ezra quest. Like, we're going to see that in this show.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen it in the trailer, I think, already, right? Like,
from what I understand, both of the shots from Rebels are in the first season of the show. Or were filmed at least. If they edited it out, I don't know. But yeah.
My wonder is here then, if he is going to be the same age, if that epilogue is going to feature in this to a degree, right? And I don't mean we need to see Hera fly with him in the cockpit or anything.
Yeah.
But if it's that time period and this is what he looks like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if time had passed and he'd gone through puberty or something, I could maybe understand that his hair would naturally change.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is going to take place at pretty much exactly the same time, it's weird that his hair is completely different.
We're going to have to know the actor to get an approximation of an age gap that he'll fall into.
Wouldn't that still be changing canon? Because
honestly, in the show, I don't know if he's 5 or if he's 10 because of the cartoon styling, and we don't see a lot of kids in the show. So
he's really young though.
He looks like he's 5 in the thing.
Looks like Azatru.
And so it
looks like Azatru green hair.
No, he doesn't.
What? Just a happy, innocent cartoon like Azatru.
You think Azatru's happy?
Huh?
Happy True.
Man, he better be. If Andrew's sad, we're all fucked. It's a canary in the coal mine right there.
Yeah. So right here you can see them. So yeah, I'm just gonna go on a limb and there's 2 ways to look at the set. This set is just they put some rando background guys in there who they thought would be appealing to kids to play with, or maybe these guys are just the filler ghost crew who's with their on the ship, right? I mean, that's.
Do you think, Jacen, that they made that ship out of carbon fiber composite? Like you think?
Yeah.
You think
sure.
it's gonna crush? It's gonna it's gonna turn everyone into a meat juice, like in episode 2.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, life repeats itself.
It looks kind of weird with the Phantom 2 up its butt like that, but it's probably pretty fun for kids though. They're probably like that looks fun. So
also there was a comment from Sabina from Natasha saying that this takes place during the same timeline as Mando season 3.
Okay.
I didn't write an article on it, but
no, Jacen, you ever heard of a B wing? We call that a B plug.
A B plug. No, Dave. Keep Dave out of marketing. It's not. He has this idea for a line at Spencer's, and it was just like, no, Dave. But
I do have some ideas for Spencer.
Yeah, not allowed.
That's the one store that I miss going to.
Yeah. But I like I said, I was under the impression that the first half of the season is during season 2, around the season 2 time, and then season the second 4 there's a time jump, and it's around season 3 to 4. So if she says season 3, that's probably right. But I also think that she's not giving away that time jump thing for some reason. Well, I guess for obvious reasons, because they don't want her to.
Don't let anyone know what you're doing.
Well, I mean, and we know it's not, or we know that like there's even been hints that like with her hair changing and stuff that it's not all. I guess she could just get a haircut and be like, let's go.
Yeah, I assume she's getting a cut to like, I'm back now, because she seems sort of defeated and initially doesn't want to go on the adventure.
She's like post-war Sabine, basically.
Yeah, I assume like after the fight with Shin, which we saw in the trailer, like she knows she has to go and help Ahsoka on the quest. And like,
Filoni follows monomyth stuff pretty hard overall, and like that's the thing is if the call to adventure comes and then you don't answer it, then the Force makes you. The galaxy makes you. So Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru dying is the most famous example of that. Now they're dead. You got to go, kid. And so I think Shin attacking must be where she realizes, oh, this isn't over.
What if you did a whole series about a guy who just avoided the call and everyone around him was being horrifically
he just keeps doing it.
He just keeps ignoring.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson's like, holy shit, I got my trilogy. Hold on.
Like reminds me of the RL Knots when they're like, are we in a simulation? When they start to realize that they're not the main characters in their lives. So all right. So here's another article before we run out of time. EA job list from bestmanbulletin.com. EA job listing seemingly confirms development on a Star Wars Jedi Survivor sequel. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's been 3 months since the release of EA and Respawn Entertainment's highly successful sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order with
3 months.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And today, new job listings point towards development already starting on a third entry into the franchise. I will say, after 3 months, I still love the game. I still appreciate it. I still pick it up and play it. I'm playing Zelda primarily right now, but I do. It didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth after 3 months. That's pretty good for me. Usually I'm like,
you got a bad taste in my mouth. Hold on, I gotta get some more thetans. Hold on.
There you go. Eat them.
Yeah.
This is just
I'm going to Mission Impossible tonight.
We're not. I just know you just want to talk about Mission Impossible. This is all Tom Cruise, you son of a bitch. Give us our friend back. Give us our friend back, Tom Cruise. God, I lost so many friends.
I'm just trying to drive Revenge Guy away.
Oh no! Don't leave Revenge Guy. All right. So and then you could support him on Patreon, Bestman on Patreon if you want to, and you can also become a channel member of this show. I need to promote myself too. Pay me too. Pay us both. Pay us so we can take a cruise together. A man.
Buy
cruise.
my comic when it gets announced.
When his comic gets announced, buy a copy of it. He'll sign it with his own blood.
If you think I won't be shilling the shit out of that one, you are sorely mistaken.
Hey, shill as much as you want. They're gonna call it shills anyway, but might as well make some money at it.
Making shills.
Making shills. All right. Many new job listings have appeared on EA's career page, seeking out talent to join a Respawn Star Wars team to work on one of the projects the studio is working on. The vast majority of the job listings are for untitled single-player first-person shooters that have been developing for over a year, which is inspired by the video game series Star Wars Dark Forces. However, there is one listing that stands out amongst the plethora of job opportunities. Hey, Bespin, have you seen Three Amigos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I always think whenever I hear plethora.
No, that's what everyone is doing when they say plethora. No one just uses plethora.
It wasn't a word until Three Amigos made it one, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it wasn't.
That's fair. All right. One listing for a senior combat designer appears to be for the untitled Star Wars Jedi Survivor follow-up. Most of the listings require the applicants to have experience with Unreal Engine 4, the engine Survivor was made with, and Unreal Engine 5, which is likely what the sequel will be made on. However, it's worth noting that the untitled first-person shooter game they're working on also has these requirements. The line that stands out and points towards this particular job opportunity is for the Survivor sequel is, quote, a passion for melee combat games is a major plus. This simple one line leads us to believe that the Respawn Entertainment are looking for a senior combat designer to join their team and work on their Survivor sequel. So, in addition to the listing on EA's website, another has appeared on LinkedIn seeking out a principal game writer. So, what does that mean? He just writes about principles.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, specifically for the game,
morals and shit.
He's like Skinner and Simpsons.
Unlike that Lost writers room. Right? By the way, I have a friend who dug into that book a bit. Now I'm gonna have to dig into it, but he questions a lot of the Muppet ABC stuff. By the way, because he had firsthand experience in that situation.
Yeah,
so thinks it's a bit of a hearsay book on some spots.
Well, it's going to be in the sense that you have sources that are off the record. You have sources that are not good and you're never going to have that during their careers. They're not going to do it.
I can tell you my own discrepancy, because one of the big issues was they were like the puppeteers and the writers didn't get along, and I could tell you right now. So I was working on Muppet shit around 2012, 2013, around the same time they were developing that series, right? When that first movie came out, the new movie, right? The one with Amy Adams and shit. And and I had encountered a whole slew of fucking problems with Muppets where like, give you a quick example, we can get back to your story. They have these things called style guides, right? And style guides are like, here's what our brand is. Here's what you can use. Use this.
Don't wear hypercolor. It's not. And so
cool. Believe me, the whole industry hates that. I'll tell you about it sometime. But opening page is Gonzo saying, we're all weirdos, right? Old illustration from the 70s, right? So I put Gonzo on a shirt. We're all weirdos. And they told me, don't ever put that on a shirt. That has nothing to do with the Muppets and it's derogatory, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you guys got real problems over there. It's your fucking style guy. So then I'm like, all right, only use. So I saw the movie, and there's that scene where Fozzie goes, "What the waka?" Right? There's like this. So I put "What the waka" on a shirt, and they're like, "Don't ever do that. That's not Muppets." So that I'm just telling you, that whole place was fucked up around that time.
Oh yeah, no, they don't know how to sell the Muppets. They don't know what it is, but. But that's not. Yeah, but the book isn't really talking about.
I know, but my friend had more experience on that show in that scenario and was calling some little bit of BS on it. Not the whole book, just that particular section.
Yeah, I mean, also they might not have encountered what the sources encountered.
Well, they were a white male, so
Yeah, there you go. I mean, like, and when you look at like the the Lost writers room, if you were a white male and we were to interview them, they probably said it was just a great time, and the people that weren't said we didn't have a great time. So yeah, I mean, but that's the thing with journalism, with sources that aren't on the record, and you can't evaluate them, but also there's no other way to do that kind of book than that. So you just have to hope that everything rings is true or that there's some integrity behind it. I'd say the Star Wars stuff in that book is fairly on though, and the stuff what it writes about the corporate organization and stuff, all of that seems to be pretty accurate. So the people who would watch it, who watch this show, or who would read that book, who watch the show, it's probably on, But once again, I don't know. There's a couple of specific things in there that me and Bespin were debating for hours. Like, could that be Dave Filoni? It kind of makes sense, but then it kind of doesn't because of certain lines in the book about like success. And then you start going, well, what does success mean in the context and so on. So anyways, back to the game story. Some might believe it's too early for Respawn to already have started working on Survivor's successor, but the studio previously started working on Survivor even before the release of Jedi Fallen Order in 2019. We likely won't see the fruits of Respawn's labor in regards to the third entry of the Star Wars game franchise for quite some time, with my personal estimate being that we won't see the Survivor sequel release until the tail end of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X lifecycle, with the release likely in 2026 or 2027. In February 2020, I shared on social media and various podcast episodes that I'd been informed Respawn had already started working on a Fallen Order sequel before EA or Respawn had announced its plans for a Fallen Order follow-up. And though EA or Respawn have not confirmed a third Jedi entry, it seems as if they were already working on the final piece of a trilogy. I heard over the past couple of years that Respawn's hopes were to have a Star Wars game trilogy, and last month, the game director, Stig Asmussen? Is that Asmussen? Asmussen?
No idea. Asatru would be the one time for
that. Stig Asatru revealed that he saw the Jedi series as a trilogy. It seems as if Stig and the Respawn team will be getting their wish, which is of no surprise considering the critical and commercial success of both Fallen Order and Survivor. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the Survivor, you can listen to my spoiler review of the game on episode 112 of the Bob Podcast, which he just put out a new episode this week by himself, solo. It's pretty good. I suggest listening to it. With one of the best Star Wars video game YouTubers out there, Asatru. What the fuck? You got Asatru? Got Asatru at 112.
He tells you the Asa truth. So
yeah. So if you haven't heard that one, definitely listen to that one. It'll be quite a wait for the Survivor sequel. Yeah, is there any chance that with there having been 2 games and it being kind of like defined that it could go faster? Like, could that make it go faster, or does it not work that way?
I don't think so. I think there's like certain things. So when they were working on Survivor, like I had heard at one point that they were planning to do a re-release of it on of Fallen Order on PS5, which happened. They put out a report on it and stuff. And part of that was because they were obviously bringing assets over and whatever, and they were trying to become familiar with the console and the hardware and the limitations of all. So
yeah,
like there's a chance it comes out quicker because obviously they're not doing a generational jump. You know, like Survivor was just on PS5 and Series X. Like, didn't have to cater to PS4. Right. So there's a chance, but I still say it's probably like.
Yeah,
I said
that doesn't mean they're using Lumen and shit. Like when people say Unreal 5, they're thinking the tech demos they saw.
Yeah,
what the asterisk is that we just ported all our assets into Unreal 5 because Unreal 5 just Unreal 4 with Lumen and Nanite and all that shit.
But 3 years is like actually not a long time. Like 2026, like that's just 3 years away. So for a game release, especially if something of this like magnitude, like that's no time at all. So
hold on, Bestman. I have to clarify. I know it isn't Unreal 4 with extra features. They changed the whole interface, works differently. I get it. There's some fucking asshole out there who's gonna fucking, you know what I mean? But it is. I know. I'm just.
Do you though? I don't think he does know, guys. Go onto Sketchcraft and let him know about shading and pictures, and that there's a difference. That there's a new Unreal on the streets, and he needs to learn it.
Go on to Jacen's thread and let him know that magic muffins are not $5.
That's why I didn't think I was going to trip out, man.
Stop eating muffins in Echo Park at 2 a.m., Jacen.
No, this was the daytime. She was
It's Rainbow Road time when you eat those fucking muffins. What are you talking about?
She was pretty, and it was $5. I didn't think it would make me go to ancient Egypt. That a pyramid would get stuck to my back.
It was the dial of destiny.
It was, man. All right. So it'll be quiet to wait for the Survivor sequel, but Star Wars fans won't be short of video games over the coming year, with Ubisoft releasing Star Wars game Outlaws next year. Respawn working on a first-person single-player title. Respawn Star Wars strategy game. Skydance's untitled Star Wars project, and possibly Star Wars Eclipse. And Embracer Group's Knights of the Old Republic remake. Though those two titles have been have had trouble productions, and I personally would not be surprised if they don't make it to release. In addition, there's been rumblings of a Jedi Survivor DLC, so Star Wars fans have a lot to look forward to. And so there you go. That's the fucking news right there.
Out of all the games that I think have the potential to actually use Nanite and Lumen, it's that Dark Forces first-person shooter.
Wait, hold on. What is Nanite? Is that like a Scientologist thing that you guys do? What is that over there? What is it?
Man, dude, you know what I mean? You let Tom Cruise into one vampire movie 30 years ago, and Jason won't fucking let it go. Right?
All he had to do was
it was that or David Boreanaz. It was that or David Boreanaz, Jason.
You know,
all right.
River Phoenix was supposed to be in it too, but he died. So
hey,
watch what
you remember that? You remember that, Muffin Man?
And you know when River Phoenix's birthday is? When Ahsoka comes out. Try to enjoy it now.
I will.
I will if the writing's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
So
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh,
It's Ray Park's birthday too, and mine. We're kind of like three
Speaking
legends.
Of Key and Peele, all my other hits.
All my other hits.
Why do you know the birthdays of these guys? You know,
because it's my birthday. I'm a narcissist, so I know this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like the original Lex Luger.
Hey.
I want to point out a comment like Sam made. He thinks that Sabine, her hair is going to grow out throughout the series. We kind of know that's the opposite. Like from what we've seen in the footage, Ahsoka comes into conflict. It looks like with Balin, right, and the Inquisitor person.
Mm-hmm.
She then goes to Sabine, who we see with long hair, telling her there's trouble coming.
Trouble's
we need
coming.
to go.
You know, Bespin.
Mm-hmm.
DC fans for years have been telling me if they just got Flash in a movie where he had a bright red outfit, big yellow boots, everything would be great. And look how well that movie did. So as much as I'm all for being authentic to the designs of their source material, that doesn't actually make everyone happy.
Well, no, he's talking about how she has long hair and short hair.
Right, but these cats want long hair or some shit like that. You know?
I don't know. I think they want the cartoon short hair, right? I don't know what they want.
Well, I assume it's gonna so what we can tell through that trailer is after Ahsoka approaches her and tells her they need to go out on their adventure because there's trouble coming. We see her come into conflict with Shin. Again, she has the long hair, and then when she leaves with Ahsoka to go and find Ezra and Thrawn, she has short hair. So, that's what I assume is what's gonna happen. It seems, at least to me, the most obvious way that it plays out.
Right. I'm watching this video of Sabine getting in a pool from another movie, and that's what I think. That's what I think should be in the show. Show would get a lot of Disney Plus new Disney Plus viewers and subscribers. So, anyways. Yeah, I think that we'll probably not learn about the time jump until it comes out.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think they're gonna make it obvious. And in the first episode, when we see Sabine with long hair the whole time, then we'll be there. I don't even know she's in the first episode, for the record. She might not show up till second or third for all we know. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if we could get an episode where it's just 30 minutes, and it's Ahsoka going through that temple or whatever she's doing. It could just be that, and then she goes back and tries to get Sabine to go with her on the adventure. So,
what do you think about what Frog Eater is suggesting here? Ahsoka should premiere with 2 episodes, so it can end 2 days before Loki season 2 begins on Disney Plus. So Ahsoka's thunder and time in the spotlight of Disney Plus won't be taken over by Loki.
I think we worked it out before. I think Ahsoka finishes before Loki anyway. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Well, when we thought it might be August 30th or something, we were that would play up until Loki, or something. So
yeah,
I don't think it matters.
I also think that people can literally watch 2 TV shows at home. a night. They can do it.
Crunchyroll proves this. Like how much anime comes out every week. Like,
But people were also like, again, we know this is like the reason, but people want to make up their own reasons. Like they want to blame an Andor delay because they thought, oh, they don't want to play against She-Hulk. Like the reason they delayed Andor is because it was going to come out sandwiched between House of Dragon and Rings of Power. It was
competitive, and those are competitors though, which is also different, a different scenario.
That's why they delayed it, because it was a better opportunity for them. Like, and marketing that's not promoting it, like not because of She-Hulk. I don't think like they're fucking putting out all of the episodes of Echo in one go. I think I'm like, oh shit, like nobody's gonna watch Skeleton Crew now. Like, no, like it's I don't know. It's people are.
Yeah, because everyone knows how to program television now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, but it is kind of funny to some extent, even when we armchair it, because they don't even know how to program it. Yeah. They own it.
Yeah,
it's theirs. They're invested.
I don't think anyone knows, to be honest with you.
Their lives depend on it.
And your best foot forward is to make something that's so kick-ass, everyone has to talk about it.
Yeah.
They're like, so Apple, they put shows on Wednesdays and Fridays. I just choose to watch the Wednesday shows. I refuse to watch Fridays. I can't handle it. You know?
Costanza.
There's too much content.
I'm not going to do it.
Costanza.
Too much.
Dude, he just sits at home on Friday doing nothing, just like listening to his answer machine. I'm not even doing nothing.
Serenity now.
Serenity now. Yeah, it's bullshit. All right. Stick to a fucking day, Apple.
But yeah, well, I think we did it, guys. We did our hour. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk about whatever the news du jour is.
Mission Impossible.
Are you seeing that tomorrow?
Tonight in IMAX. Tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh,
tonight,
wow.
man. Why do you think I'll eat my thetans?
Why do you think he's in a good mood?
Yeah. Told you it's the movie I've been looking forward to all year. It's my movie of the year. Told you that last year.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, get ready for it to kneecap Indiana Jones, Jason.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Watch that.
What is that?
Insidious already kneecapped Indiana Jones. It came in second this weekend to Insidious, guys. Like, you got a problem.
I watched that movie.
Problem.
It's awful.
Rob
Kevin Smith was bummed out by the movie. Kevin Smith, the guy who likes everything.
You officially can never go, I'm the only one in the theater. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because now you're like, no, me and Tom Cruise, we're going straight to the top, baby.
I have to wear 3 masks tonight. Control. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I have to wear 3 masks tonight. I do. I triple
You're protecting them. They're not masking you up.
No, I'm protecting myself. I assure you. I don't believe that fucking rule at all.
I don't know.
You know? Yeah, I don't believe that at all. You don't put a mask on. You know what I mean? When you're like airbrushing some shit to protect the fucking your friends. You know.
Speak for yourself. I love my friends and I want them to be safe, and that's why I do it.
Yeah.
So. You might not, but I do.
Yeah, it's kept me COVID free.
Mm-hmm. Good luck tonight.
I don't have kids. That's why I'm not gonna get it.
You're gonna get it tonight.
Those
little
germ bags bring it home and they just right all over you.
Oh, they're gonna be right there in the theater, right there, farting their COVID farts right into your mask, right into the side of your mask. You're gonna get it.
Be us 40-year-olds.
It's too civilized for the kids.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die tonight.
Well, if I do, I'm going to do it on air.
No,
we're going to have the Rob's Dead episode. Make sure you get some views out of it. I want to go out with the highest most views on this whole channel, just so you always have to see that's the episode Rob died. Oh, damn it, took my thunder.
Hey, yeah, I'm wondering where we take you from here because you're already a ghost. So I don't know. Do we make you bones? A skeleton?
Yeah, where do ghosts go when they die?
Do you remember when Avatar came out? Like that week, turned this channel basically into Avatar, like for the week.
Yeah,
Rob. Is that what's going to happen this week with Mission Impossible? Is just going to be Mission Impossible week?
I think so.
I know how to pick them. I know it angers so many who watch this show, but I got a good track record.
What's it called? What's it called, Bespin? The guy who always jumps on the winning team. What's that called?
Glory supporter.
Glory supporter, right here. Glory supporter.
No one was liking Avatar or caring about Mission Impossible.
Right, James Cameron. No, you're the one who always points out James Cameron's mainstream is
downfall of Transformers though. Like when it made 60 million
Yes,
opening weekend,
and Indiana Jones. And Indiana Jones.
I told you I didn't like either of those movies when I saw them too. Look what they did. Look what they did. It's the lowest. It's the lowest grossing Transformers movie ever. Made less than Bumblebee.
Doesn't mean anything.
And it has Transformers in the title. So remember they said Bumblebee made the least amount of money because it didn't have Transformers in the title. What now?
Well,
they even took Bumblebee out of the movie, just so you know.
One guy said that, Rob.
Every movie.
Yeah, one guy probably said that.
It
but he was wrong.
Wasn't one guy. It was a giant talking point for like 2 years.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a tired ass franchise, like Transformers.
It needs real, actual fucking energy, not Joby Harold.
No, it just
Rob,
it needs a real reboot.
I hear Jacen talking about like indie every day of my life for like about 3-4 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think about it? Like coming under 400 million when all said and done at the box office.
I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate because I don't think it needed to. I think it could have been a really big adventure film, but that's not what they made. They went with what they went with, and that's the result they got.
Like, would you have predicted that it would make less money than Transformers: Rise of the Beast?
I'm not good at predicting any movie making.
You just said
money.
you were. You just said you know how to pick them. I know how to pick them. My name is Rob.
That movie could have made 50 million. Mission Impossible could make 50 when everyone makes one. Like, I can't tell you how much money Mission Impossible is going to make.
If you had to guess how much money Mission Impossible is going to make.
If I thought Transformers would do more than Indiana Jones, I would say I figure it would have done about the same. Because I think they're both secular markets. Like, I think right now Transformers is just getting like 20-something-year-olds and maybe someone bringing in their kids to see the robot, but it doesn't have the fucking look. Spider-Verse has an energy to it. When you watch it, there's an energy to it. There's a je ne sais quoi. I don't know what you call it, man. A kick to the fucking pants.
I don't think quality matters. Unfortunately,
I'm not talking, but it helps.
I wish it did
when people talk about it. And right now, we're in a different world than we were 3 years ago. I'm going to tell you,
I'm not buying the word of mouth. The word of mouth thesis.
I'm going to 100% buy it because that's how Puss in Boots bounced back and made 400-something million. Puss in Boots is making more money. Puss in Boots is making more money than Indiana Jones. I was more tired than Puss in Boots.
No, because there was nothing in its way. Just like Mario.
Avatar was out.
Rob does have a point. Like when Puss in Boots came out, it had like an underwhelming opening weekend. Word of mouth is
underwhelming.
Is what spurred it. Like it was initially looking to like make 120 million all said and done, and then word of mouth happened, and it hit 500 million. Like that, that might be the exception to the rule, but like it did happen for Puss in Boots.
But let me clarify. During the summer season, it doesn't matter if Indiana Jones was the best movie of all time and nobody saw it, and the word of mouth was to start now. It's dead because nothing is going to nothing.
This
is going
isn't true, and I can
Mission Impossible,
prove this to you.
Barbie, and Oppenheimer are going to crowd Indy out, because it's not going to turn around. It couldn't.
Look, Shawshank Redemption made $16 million its opening weekend. After the fucking Oscars, it went back and made what 70.
Yeah, like it's got a re-release
and adjusted for inflation. That's like $8 billion, right, Jason? So like.
You're bringing up a word of mouth thing from 1994 as your example.
If Indiana Jones was really good and was going to win Oscars, it would make fucking extra money. It's not going to.
No, it's not going to, and it doesn't matter because it's summer. It's crowded. You can't do it. Word of mouth.
Those theaters are not crowded, Jason. I can assure you that right now.
But if you look at Spider-Verse, then right. Like that came out before Indy Flash.
Still making money.
And it's still making money.
Yeah. But that one is a fucking
Guardians is still making money. And you can buy it.
What I'm saying is it's going to get crowded out at this point, which means if you're talking all of box office, all in totality, the main number one reason, numero uno, is word of mouth. That's impossible.
No, I don't think me and you had a discussion like the other day. I don't think there's one thing that hurt Indy.
Yeah.
I think there's
or one thing that leads to success.
One thing that will hurt Indy now is the fact that it is coming up against probably one of the biggest movies of the year in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Like,
for the record,
now
I don't think Indy's going to rebound at all.
No,
I think it's
no.
Indy's marketing is go on another adventure. It's not an adventure. It's a depression film that starts off with sort of an adventure with the weird looking CGI dude. It's a problem.
The problem with it was from fucking day one, though. Like when we were kids, I didn't know what the Holy Grail was, but they let me know. And when I knew Indy was going after it, I was like, oh shit, he's going to drink Jesus's immortality cup. And, you know what I mean? Like that's what, as a kid.
He should have been time traveling the whole fucking movie. Like something, give me a real adventure, not like, it's just, it's a different mentality, man. It's a wrong mentality. It's just,
it was the wrong mentality that it did me and Bess were talking about this yesterday. It did the Force Awakens down to the sad piano. It's not that movie. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. I told you it's closer to Superman Returns had that actually featured Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder. You know, Christopher Reeve never been injured and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this weird downer. Like I don't think
it's not that down. That's my problem with it. Is it didn't commit to it.
It's down.
The thing is, like, the consumer at the moment does have a lot of choice, right? So if you're the average moviegoer, like maybe with the exception because we go to a lot of movies, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen 70-something movies this year. Like we see a lot of films, right? And if you're the average person, you've got X amount of money to spend on a movie, and you're speaking to a friend or you're speaking to somebody at the theater or wherever, and they're like, "What's good? What should I see?" Indiana Jones didn't have a positive reception. Like it had mixed reception.
Yeah.
Same thing for Flash, right? Then you can point at Mission Impossible, and I'm gonna have a good time with that. Like one of my friends is choosing he wasn't going to see Mission Impossible. He's choosing to because he heard how good it is and it's got 99% Rotten Tomatoes or wherever. Like people have a choice. If they have the choice of going to a possible bad movie in Indy, not saying that it is. Like I enjoy it for the most part, and then going to see Mission Impossible, which is renowned for being a good movie already, and has followed up on. Frankly, the films get better and better as they've gone. Right, like Fallout being, in my opinion, the peak of it so far. And then, why would they choose Indy? Like, because they've just got so much choice at the moment.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Flash. If you want to go and see a good superhero movie, you're going to go see The Flash, you're going to go see Spider-Verse. Like, there's a lot of choice with some, and I think it does hurt everybody, but I think the ones that are good, or deemed the good ones, will ultimately succeed.
Never underestimate just a general lack of interest, even if you have a good film. I'll point to a most recent example. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. I watched the film. A lot of people like it. I was like, this is a fun movie. General lack of interest from anyone in Dungeons & Dragons.
Nobody cares about Dungeons & Dragons.
But that's it. Even if you have a good film, people at least had nostalgia with Puss in Boots. Like they knew what it was. But Dungeons & Dragons, I'm sorry, like it's just that's a movie franchise going nowhere, you know. So it's like Indy should have had more of that kind of adventure. I'm not saying the goofiness and all that bullshit. It's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying the adventure, the likes of which that the first three films sort of encountered, is not really in the film much at all. So
I think your Oppenheimer take is what I apply to Indy. I don't think that Indy film right there was a summer film, and even when Indy was a summer film, it was a May film.
It's like a November film.
But old Indy would release in May, and then hope that it could trickle and make box office over the remainder of the summer, knowing that it's like a 1940s fucking looking film and stuff. You know, like.
That
it was sort of weird
to Christmas run, it may have been able to do well, which would have put it in summers internationally. I mean, you got to remember too, folks, like when it's winter here, it's summer somewhere else. Like people seem to forget that in the States.
Summer in Australia.
Yeah, right. but Indy's a different one in the sense that like its last two films before this one made the most money internationally. So, and it seems like they also looked at it entirely as this is an American kind of film.
Look,
it's weird.
You're not going to want to hear this, but I got to go. But I'm going to end on this. I've been thinking about this Indy thing, and I think Indiana Jones started out as Steven Spielberg wanting to make a James Bond thing, and Lucas, the playing sandcastles, right, Jason? The sandcastles thing. They're making sandcastles.
How much of it's true? I don't know. Grown men.
It's burned into my fucking head now, like the opening to Lost World. All right, they're on sandcastles, and Raptor showed up.
There's a couple of boys. We make sandcastles in movies. Like what? What the fuck are you talking about right now?
I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character should have been a James Bond 1960s character. Should have been the character that should have been the James Bond type character. Brody's granddaughter, whatever you want to say, should have been the character that he was based off of. So you compare him.
This is not
so that way it solves all the right, but it just solves all the fucking international espionage, the Cold War. By the way, which Mission Impossible was rooted in. Remember, what was that movie? No, it's that movie Tipiok. It's the heist film. The heist film from 1964 that the Mission Impossible series was based off of, but it was actual like thieves and shit. They had to put together the team of thieves. The motherfucker saw Seven Samurai. Like, I'm gonna do this with thieves, and that's sort of like they inverse that and did that with spies with Mission Impossible. Like it just should have had that globe.
The Dirty Dozen.
If she had the fucking time machine and no, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole more sense of adventure, and a way to culminate this, and it's not that.
Well, that's if they wanted this to be a summer movie. I think that, like, if I'm going to give anything where Mangold fucked up, was that Mangold didn't want to do a Mutt and indie film. They should have just taken Mutt. They should have Boyd Holbrook play Mutt, and they should have got somebody good looking and young to be in the hero role with Indy for the marketing and for the adventure, for the fist fight and so on. And that would have made this an easier film to sell. If Mutt Williams kissed fucking Phoebe Waller-Bridge at the end of that thing, that would have felt like an indie movie. Instead, what we got was like a different thing. I love the movie, actually. I do. I think it's really, really good. But I also don't think that
Jason,
it was the right summer movie for this year.
What if they got Anthony Ingruber to be Mutt?
No.
Huh?
No.
At least it looks like his kid.
Doesn't
then
look
you
like
wouldn't
Karen
have to
Allen's
act
kid.
like Indy. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
kidding.
I don't look like one of my parents.
I just always shoot down the Anthony Gruber thing because
that was the other idea.
Somebody has a passing likeness to somebody doesn't mean that they actually and they can do it in person.
Yeah, but they put him in the movie anyway. But
not really
because he's already on set. You be Mutt now too.
It's marketing.
But the other idea I had was that her character should have been the one writing Indiana Jones books. Like it would have been like, what if her last book, what if he's on the fucking adventure and he looks over, because pocketbook adventures, those pocketbook adventures were big in the 60s. Like Quentin Tarantino talks about them all the time. That's why the Once Upon a Time.
He says he hates Last Crusade, so I don't care what he has to say.
But he loves Temple of Doom and plays it in film, and I love him.
That's why he's wrong.
No, he's not.
So wrong.
Yeah, I agree with him on this one.
He's fucking wrong.
I just had this idea in my head where if you had to keep the same ending, like if you're stuck in a room, you got to keep the beats, right? And he's in there with her. And he looks at the fucking book and it says Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He goes, horrible title. And she goes, does it make you hurt? He goes, a little bit. Where does it make you hurt? Here, there. You could get the same joke.
Cringe the fuck out of me right now with that.
The movie cringes you anyway, but at least you can tie it all together.
Yeah, like I said, ending, good for the series, not good for the film. And we needed a good ending for the film on that one.
At least we know he fucked with a hat on,
Yeah, he does.
He's in this movie, Shogun.
Yeah, also he's Sean Connery's kid, so he definitely gave her a fat lip at the end. Shogun Ortis says this is Anthony and Gruber already played a young Harrison Ford. Forgot the name of the movie, but that's the litmus.
Something Adeline, isn't it?
Age of Adeline is what it's called. Yeah. Like I said,
let's have him play Mutt.
I mean, he's done the test to be Ford, to be Harrison.
Can he swing on a vine with the CGI monkey? Can we just get him to do that? Like, we'll see.
I don't know.
Do the test.
Yeah, but I mean, but that was I think the mistake. You don't need Teddy. You need Mutt Williams.
You definitely don't need Teddy. Sad to say.
I do like I think it was actually, people see it as harmful, but I think it was a huge respect to the fourth film that it wasn't just not talked about. That it's like his death is the reason that
but me have had this discussion. Like he could have handled the Mutt thing better. You could have still had Mutt die, but he has total disregard for that movie. He doesn't like the fourth.
No, movie. He doesn't like it. But I don't think he doesn't like the Mutt character
either. So that's
my thing is, you can't save if you go to Vietnam and save Mutt. Have him go to Vietnam to save Mutt, but you can't because Mutt saved 100 fucking other dudes in like some battle or some shit. You know what I mean? Like maybe Mutt saved his dad in that battle because it's all complete. Like there's just all I'm saying, man, is time travel is an adventure. This promises some adventure, and at the very end, it happens at the very end, and it's to some place where you're like, I don't even get this. Yeah, an archaeologist going through time is the ultimate adventure for an archaeologist. You know, like that. There you go. There's an adventure, but this is a very sad movie.
With the like standard though, with the standard indie format, if you were going to try to follow it, you really would have to save the time travel moment to the end. That's how those movies work. But that's what you would have to do.
But you already know you can't make that movie, so don't.
But they haven't even followed up on the traditional indie format though, right? Like, isn't the opening of this goes against the traditional? It's sloppy.
Like, I'm gonna call it sloppy. It does, but it's sloppy. Like the 20-minute segments, 30 minutes.
But the opening of the indie movies, they sort of don't have a lot to do with what the thing comes about later on in the movie, like the MacGuffin, right?
Some do, some don't. Yeah,
right. Yeah, whatever happened to Nurhashi? Whatever happened? Well, still, I want to know what happened to Nurhashi. It's a fucking plot hole. All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, it does. All right, everybody. Thanks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and and thank you, Shogun Orta, for the last super chat. Did I read the last super chat from Shogun?
You did. You read that. Age of Adeline.
So thank you for the Age of Adeline. I appreciate the support of the channel, dude, a lot. Thanks, Best, for bringing out with us today. Yeah. And thanks, Rob, if they tell you a comment's coming and to put on some Nikes, don't do it. Just enjoy the movie and go home, and then think about whatever it tells you to do at the end. Whatever it suggests, just give it 24 hours. Okay? Don't do it.
You seem to know way more about Scientology than actual Scientologists. We all know religion's a tax shelter. You want to end religion and religious tax shelters. There.
Rob.
Problem solved.
That's fair. You're not wrong, Rob.
Scientology will go away tomorrow.
but you being right this time doesn't mean that Scientology is the answer for you. Just saying. All right, everybody.
Can't say it isn't.
Oh shit! He's all. You know what? I'm gonna make it in this industry now. All right, everybody. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Rob,
bye,
before we go, when you go and see Mission Impossible tonight, right? Can you go and stand next to an Indiana Jones poster and have your picture taken holding your ticket? Can you do that for us? Can you
do it like Tom Cruise? Can you? Are you going to see Barbie and Oppenheimer because Tom Cruise is too? Because he's such a big fan of the industry. Are you going to do it too?
Yes.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I my mission, should I choose to accept it, is yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. If you don't get COVID tonight. All right, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you, Rob. All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye, Rob. Enjoy the movie, Rob. Enjoy your cold.
I think I got it now.
Bye, guys.
It's the end of the show. Come
on, let's go.
Hey! It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
Hey! It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.
Hey! You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.